as years have gone on, the strong backbone of a black community, black churches, or that blackness or black history has really lost its way. Because you got a lot of people who are kind of into the new thing. Well, let's not separate things by color. Let's not separate things by heritage and stuff like that. And as a black people, I don't think we need to forget that. And if you can recall with history books and listen to your parents and grandparents and other people, we've gone through a lot. We've had to deal with a lot, and we still deal with a lot now. Things have got a little bit better, but we've come a long way. We get to the point now where we don't like separate things anymore. We want to take words and make them political. We want to make sure everybody feels good. We want to make sure everybody feels the same way. We want to make sure everybody's equal and all of that. And to be honest, being a black person, if you've never understood the struggle of going through, and I'm not saying that only black people go through, a lot of folks go through. But for some reason in this place, the United States, we didn't have it hard. We didn't deal with it. How can you go from being brought over from a land where you prospered and had kings and queens and riches, and then see something else of another color that comes that you don't even understand, to stack you on top of each other and put you in a boat for a long journey, and then get you over to another world that you've never seen or ever heard of, don't even know the language, but they force you into something to change your mind and your culture and your heritage and strip you of everything that you've ever known, and to make you do something else, and then take away your dignity and make you property instead of a person.
I think Black History Month means to me just embracing, again, like your culture, your people, spending time with those who, I guess I'm going to put it like that and say, man, those who are only like you, but just appreciate, man, like, wow, I got me some black people, there's some strong black people, I just really feel like we have to embrace each other, compared to, during the year, sometimes I think black people, we hate on each other a lot. And I think this month, we really can just take time to be like, man, you know what? I love that you're doing good. I love that you live a life you enjoy. You're educated and you're just living, with joy. So I just feel like we just really need to just embrace each other and just be happy for one another during this month. That we come from such a low place, and then to see where we are today and just be like, man, like, you black, we black, let's all love it, be great. You know what I'm saying? We eating good and we're living good and it's all right.
Now, last time I checked, we all got the same features when it comes to being human. But how can another human degrade somebody else and becoming property or becoming some kind of material thing, and then not giving them the same rights, and then be put into a place called slavery for almost 400 years to work, to build, to break their backs, to be tortured, to be talked about, to be put down. But then again, in all of that, I thank God that somewhere through all of that, He showed Himself to them. And after going through such a time, it established some kind of faith in them. Because they always, I know the slaves always considered themselves as like the children of Israel, who had to go through when they were in Egypt. It gave them some kind of hope.
It's going to take a lot to unify our country as a whole, to actually get our country to understand that we are all one people, not just different races and different colors, because we are all still human beings and we all live together in a world that if we don't have each other's backs, what else do we have?
I say it means to me, like the guys were saying earlier, I think everybody get together and warm and embrace one another and learn more about your history. Some stuff that the Afro-American inventors, what they invented and everything, a lot of people didn't know, and I'm still learning today. But my teachers, this one teacher I had, her name was Miss Ketchen. She told us as much as she could, that semester that I spent with her. But she always told us, as you go on in life, learn more about your history and what about all the inventors and stuff like that, because you might think these people invented Ben Franklin, but really it was an Afro-American.
Yeah.
And like Morgan Freeman once said, Black History Month is 12 months out of the year.
The way things have shaped history, the way things have shaped racism here in this country, it ain't gonna never go away. I don't care what you say or what you believe, it ain't gonna never go away. As long as you look a different color, you're gonna deal with it somewhere. You'll never be able to escape it. But thus who deal with that kind of stuff, the racism, the prejudice, and all that stuff, we don't let that dictate our lives. We keep fighting and we keep moving forward and we try to make the best of what we can do, regardless of how hateful folks are. And the only way you're going to get through that is if you really got some faith in God. That's what it's going to take. But yeah, right now, the way our country is, it's, and you know, on a spiritual note, Jesus coming back soon. So all this stuff happening, you know, going crazy, it's got to happen.
I would say Black History Month probably would mean to me knowing who you are, knowing your people, knowing what everything that's been done by our race and our people. Get up on your Black history. Know what we've done for this country, these people. Know that we make a big difference in this world.
But I'm glad for Black History Month, because every time, you know, people get to know about their history and everything, and that's important, because a lot of stuff these young cats coming up now, they don't, you know, they see it, but they really don't know the history of Black History Month. If somebody, you know, tell them. It changed a lot. Really have President Obama, first African American president. Tony Dungy, first African American, win the Super Bowl. I was glad to see that. And Lovey, him and Lovey was to get there, but he was the first to win it. And I like to see some more African Americans do it, because we got some young, strong African Americans out there that can do it. But I was glad to see Obama, the first African American, do it as time went by. Yeah. And more and more come.
Because I know, like, my grandmother, you know, Black History Month for her is probably like, man, you know, back in the day when they created combs and, you know, whatever. But, you know, for us, it's just, for most of us, it's just like another month, you know, and we don't really see the deep significance, because it's never been really put in our face the importance of the sacrifices that were made by our ancestors, the importance of the people who had to take those, you know, lashings and being whipped and working in the, I mean, these people who worked in these fields worked so hard. I mean, you're talking about, we get upset because we have to work 9-hour shifts, you know, 16-hour shifts, but these people were working out in a field, you know, they hadn't eaten, had barely drank any water, you know, and in the heat, they're getting whipped. And, you know, I mean, they're just working intense work and working super hard. And we complain and we take, you know, that we get this light stuff, you know, we take that for granted a lot of times. And we go, man, you know, we complain about having to go to work when really we don't even know what the definition of work is. You know, we complain about having to make sacrifices or to give up something in order to live or in order to do. And we don't even know, we don't understand the depth of what sacrifice means. So I think that, you know, of course, age makes a huge difference in how we celebrate the month. And it's all because of the lack of knowledge and understanding.
So Black History Month would be something, take advantage of your culture. Take advantage of your heritage. Get to know who you are as a person, as a people. Cherish that. Share that with others. Let people know about it, but in a way that is humble and loving towards everybody, that does not single anybody else out. And I guarantee you, when you do that out of love, people will want to learn. They'll want to know, and it'll be okay. And yes, there are going to be some hard times. There are going to be some struggles. Things will come your way. There's going to be some opposition just because of the color of your skin. But that's all right. Because if you got hope in something, then all is not lost. Because all of this got to pass away one day. But our hope is built on something less. You know, something that's stronger than anything has ever been on earth. And so as a black person, as a black people, as growing up black, being around black folks, we stand strong. We look out for each other. We know what to do. We stay on the grind. And God's been blessing us, and He'll continue to bless us. And I'm not saying that touching nobody else, but as a people of color, we didn't have it hard.